instead of a 3-hour exam, it is a 2-hour exam. Whatever it is, everyone is speculating in the CAT prep world. Everyone is speculating what kind of pattern will CAT throw at us. As of now, we don't have any clarity on that. But our preparation and the ability to spend those hours, our need to spend those hours to be able to perform the best on the D-Day when it matters the most is what remains constant in all in everyone's preparation, including you, me, and be it Rajesh sir, who is with us today. So with us today is Mr. Rajesh Balasubramanian. He is one of the most sought after personalities in the CAT prep CAT prep industry. As such, a hot favorite to a lot of students. Just to give you a brief introduction about Mr. Rajesh. Mr. Rajesh is the founder of 2IIM, an online CAT coaching company. He is an IIM Bangalore graduate in 2003, and he also finished his graduation from IIT-Madras in 2001. What makes him one of the most eligible guys to take a CAT class is he has been a 4-time 100 percentiler in CAT, and that is no less than a landmark achievement for anyone to have in his or her own lifetime. Sir, ये एक जन्म के है? This 4 times 100 CAT percentile?
Thanks for the flattering description. हाँ एक ही जन्म के है, कितने लिखेंगे भाई? Thanks a lot for the very flattering description. I think the advantage I have is I've been training for CAT. तो बहुत सालों से पढ़ाते आ रहा हूँ, so I have an advantage because I'm practically preparing for CAT for a decade.
Right. So with that, I leave the stage to you, and Rajesh sir is going to attempt mock CAT 13 live in front of you. So Rajesh sir, it's all yours.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ravi. Wonderful. Many thanks for a fabulous description. I'm going to spend about minute and a half to ensure that the volume is good and the digital on the video screen is good. We still haven't figured out one part of the tech yet. For some reason, Zoom lets us share only one window, not the screen. We'll have to figure out that part. I'm assuming the first section is going to be verbal, so we're not going to do much beyond the screen and not going to solve much in verbal. So by that time, some idea will come somewhere. We'll figure out how to do this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this like a mock, and I'll wherever possible, I'll talk you through my thought process. Fine. So the idea is to get a sense of just look over somebody else's shoulder who's attempting the exam. So it could give you some flavor of just seeing someone else go through the whole process. And I'm sure it's going to be challenging for me. So Ravi had a nice smile when I asked, which mock is this? And he said, sir, ye theek hai, ho jayega. So I think it must be one of those difficult ones. So I'm already a little worked up. But it should be fun. I'm not worried about how well it goes, as I am about the tech working fine and the description going fine. Quite a few people are saying I need to select screen. My Zoom, for some reason, doesn't let me select screen at all. So there's something funny that's happening. Let me just check this once. So I'm not getting the select screen button. I'm a co-host, Ravi. Is there a chance you could make me a host? Maybe that's something that's still working. Maybe that's still one outstanding part. So could you just make me? I can switch between PPT and mock, but I can toggle. But every time I'll have to go back to the screen and change the sharing screen, which is a pain.
Pratap, kindly make him the host, right?
So maybe that is. So somebody there is saying mock 13 was one of the toughest. So I thought as much when Ravi had a nice smile when he was talking to me. So it doesn't matter. We're just going to have some fun. Hopefully you'll be able to. I'm just waiting. I'm just going to see whether the share screen option works. It still doesn't work. There's still something. I'm just going to see. I'm just going to try this out. I'm going to share screen. And then when I toggle, I'm going to see whether it works. And so hopefully one of you guys will tell me that when I'm toggling, it does work. And so, and if it does work, then we're good to go. And so if the screen share toggle part works, then we should be good to go. And so I'm just checking out the screen.
What we're able to see is your YouTube screen.
Wonderful. So then that means the screen share is working, right?
Right.
Wonderful. I'm glad. So wonderful, guys. I'm going to just, I think enough of chatter. Finally, we managed the tech. So I'm going to jump in and start taking the class. Anytime something goes wrong, I'm assuming somebody will call me and warn me. Please be kind on me. Don't be very harsh and judgmental. I'm going to take this with a ridiculously painful digital pen. I'm hoping that the first section is verbal. Wherever possible, I'll take you through the thought process. Whether we get it right or wrong, the idea should be that you get an experience of somebody else taking the mock. And so we're starting at about 9:15. I'm going to go to the career launcher mock screen. And then I'm going to take the number 4, which is mock cat 13 2020 in new pattern. I'm going to click on take test and then continue to read the instructions from there on. Right? I'm going to assume that you can still see this screen. It's a screen which says mock cat 13 2020.
No, we can still see only your YouTube screen and not the mock screen.
Not the mock screen.
I guess you'll have to share that window.
Okay.
At least for the first section, I guess that should be fine.
Wonderful. For the first section, it should work. And then after that, we'll worry about how to figure this out. We will sooner or later figure this out. Optimize screen sharing, not share comparison. Okay. I hope you can see the screen now, which is the screen which is mock cat 13 2020.
Yeah.
Total duration is 120 minutes. Section 1 is 40 minutes per section. Countdown timer around top 15. I'm going to assume there's nothing funny here. And I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm full into to take the exam. So 65 questions, 3 sections, VRC, LRDI. 2 kinds of questions, MCQ and non-MCQ. There's only 1 correct answer, 3 marks and penalty. If not visited this template, I know. To select a question to answer, you can do one of the following. Click on OK, save and next, mark for review. All good. Multiple choice, select your answer. All good. So the computer provided me in proper working condition. It is indeed. I'm ready to begin. Wonderful. So I'm going to start with this. I'm going to see how many questions are there. I'm going to keep this Zoom screen somewhere else because I don't want to close this. Okay. So there are 23 questions in this section, so more or less equally split. Wonderful. I'm going to start reading. A fishing jetty would not require the kind of dredging that MPT is currently undertaking. In September 2016, National Green Tribunal had halted the dredging activity that the trust was then carrying out for the construction of a new berth because it had begun to work before it got the environmental clearance to do so. This reading out loud is not working for me. I'm going to assume that you're also reading this. So I'm going to leave it at that. Fine. Wonderful. Fine. I've just gone through the passage. It's a classic case of one capitalist bullying their way through and then trampling on the environment and not saying what exactly is happening, bullying people around, and undertaking something else, which when they claim to be undertaking a fishing jetty, they've actually done some miling. The primary purpose of the passage is to highlight the importance of the NGT in fighting corrupt industrial bodies. Not likely. I wanted to talk about Mormuga Port Trust, NGT, this issue, not a general thing. To show how environmental changes can affect the local coastline. Yeah, but not taken up by it. To produce evidence of the fact that transportation of coal through water bodies is dangerous? No, definitely not. 3. To show the financial and environmental strain that can affect Goa's coast and its local areas. Goa's coasts and its local areas. Financial and environmental strain. I don't like any of the 4 choices. I don't think this is a primary purpose of anything, but I'm going to rule out 3. And so I'm going to think about eliminating something to highlight the importance of NGT in fighting corrupt industrial bodies. The NGT had halted the dredging activity. She also found discrepancies, so they're highlighting the NGT. Correct. One looks all right. How environmental changes can affect the local coastline. They're not really talking about the local coastline. They're talking about how the fishing hub will get affected more in terms of livelihood and environment than the coastline per se. Right? So the beach ceases to exist. That's one line, but the beach ceasing to exist is an impact of life and livelihood, not just coastline. The life and livelihood part is a bigger deal. To show the financial and environmental strain that can affect Goa's coasts and its local communities. And so financial strain, I don't know where the financial strain part is mentioned. 2,000 families in the area are engaged in fishing. Yeah. To show the financial and environmental strain that can affect Goa's coasts and its local, because of this thing by MPT or NGT. I think MPT or NGT has to be mentioned in the primary purpose. Fine. So to show the financial and environmental strain that can affect Goa's coast and its local communities, that's important, that being mentioned. Environmental strain and financial strain, their local community will go away. All good. And it's a toss up between 1 and 4. 4, I fear, is more generic, talks about financial and environmental strain, but not attributing it to either MPT or the issue with the NGT. But the first one is very narrow. Highlight the importance of NGT in fighting corrupt industrial bodies. Let me have a go through this one more time. Talks about Jindal Steelworks, Mormugaon Port. The NGT is mentioned only in the first paragraph. And so after that, it talks about livelihood more. I don't like any of these 4, but it's between 1 and 4. I'm going to go with 4. Right. So I want to figure out how to submit this. Yeah, save and next. This one is good. The passage mentions a public hearing was finally held in February 2017, but 65% of the dredging had already been done by then. 2. Introduce the problem that threatens to affect the Goan fishermen. No. Highlight how easy it is to bribe officials and get things done illegally. Probably yes. Showcase how some locals looking to make easy money are very much working hand in hand with the industrial bigwigs. That's not being highlighted. Introduce how, despite warnings, the MPT is determined to ruin the fishing community of Goa. 65% of the dredging had already been done. Public hearing. To be honest, by that time, the fishing community issue has not been outlined. I think it just shows how easy it is to bypass proceedings. It strongly hints at corruption. It strongly hints at corruption. How easy it is to bribe officials and get things done illegally. And bypass the compulsory hearing. Also found discrepancies in this. The Bombay High Court public hearing was finally held, but 65% of the dredging had already been done. Introduce the problem that threatens to affect the Goan fishermen. That's also true. 1 also looks likely. Highlight how easy it is to bribe officials. Actually, bribing, clear evidence is not there. Now I'm thinking about it. 1 looks more likely. Determined to ruin the fishing community. Not. I'm going to go with 1. The issue is dredging had already been done. And that affects. So he's introducing that idea. I'm going to go for next, but I'm not confident. And all of the following are true, except a petroleum and oil complex near a coast will attract other pollutant factors. That is true. Industrial encroachments in the Goan coastline will affect the migrant workers in the long run. That's also true. I remember also migrant communities who work in the Goan fishing industry. Yeah. Residents of Goa are primarily afraid that the MPT will take away their land. Goan coastline is important for fishing communities. I don't think this is mentioned anywhere. And they're not told that their land will go away. And I don't think that's the mention that land will go away. The livelihood will get affected, but they're not after the land. but tough. Not really happy with that. Let's go to the next one. I don't want to do sentence rearrangement things, so I'm going to go over to the next passage. Once again, I'm going to read in silence, and then when we come back, I'll run you through my thought process to see how it is going. I want to see how much time is there. I'm already doing very poorly on time. Let's see if we can amp it up. 10%. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So the classic political passage, I get the gist of it. CDU, SPD, and CSU formed the GroKo. They're in trouble. They've lost one election. They could lose another. The Greens have done all right. The AFD did less scary than people thought they would do. So it's a mixed bag, but the coalition is in trouble. And so CDU is in trouble. So too is CSU. CSU has a difficult decision to make. Wonderful. So let's say it's Bavarian sister party. CSU lost its thing. SPD has a difficult decision to make. The passage suggests the SPD may not have suffered a major loss in Bavaria if they did not have an alliance with CDU. Okay, they had entered a coalition with CSU. They're probably in a coalition with CSU. Wonderful. They had entered a coalition with CSU, may not have suffered this. Okay. The election results were in accordance with the opinion polls. Not the answer for this. Various events across Europe did not have a negative impact. SPD was battered into 5th place. CSU lost a big chunk. The reaction to Chancellor decision to because SPD is being deserted by its supporters in droves because once again it is propping up a chancellor they see as unacceptably conservative. Thank you. So may not have suffered a major loss in Bavaria. They did not have an alliance with CDU. CDU is Angela Merkel, so that sounds good. The author apparently takes a view that CDU losing the election will be detrimental to Europe. Let's think about this. Not so sure. It's inconsequential to the future of Europe. No, it is very consequential. Will revitalize Europe? No. Will result in a no-deal Brexit? No. Let's look at this. The author apparently takes a CDU losing the election. The chance that the collapse of Mr. Merkel's government is only weeks away with gloomy consequences for a continent grappling with Brexit will be detrimental to Europe. Yeah, that sounds good. This inconsequential is not right. Will revitalize is wrong. Losing the election will be detrimental. Correct. Collapse the government. Wonderful. Modern Germans are the least likely to vote for candidates who are highly rational and deliberate in their style, who use their authority to demand high performance, who take on a more participative role in the decision-making process, who rely on charm and persuasiveness. I like this one because I like the last sentence. And have an understandable aversion to charismatic leaders. Charismatic leaders are the one who use their charm and persuasiveness. There's no shortage of those in India. So you know why they are worried about this? Because there was one very famous charismatic leader who yanked them one fight to another. From the tone of the passage, the author would be less likely to endorse CDU. The author likes CDU. More likely to endorse the Greens. Greens also he likes because the result in Bavaria was not all terrible news because the Greens did well. Got a huge boost. More likely to endorse AFD. No, he doesn't like AFD. Less likely to endorse SPD. No, he likes SPD also. Fine. Greens. Each of the following is a reason for CDU losing its supporters to AFD except the Chancellor's decision to admit asylum seekers. Yeah. Chancellor's decision to bail out southern members of the Euro. Yep. I think that also. They're losing to AFD. Let me just check this. That's also true. The Chancellor's popularity had a significant decline among German voters. That all voters would be German. Let us have a look at this. I think it is 3, but I'm going to check this out. Where does AFD feature? Lost a big chunk. The reaction chance is 1 million. Frugal Germans crash. For its part, the SPD is being deserted by its supporter. Wonderful. The first 2 are definitely there, but I don't think there is a Chancellor's popularity had a significant decline among German voters. That is there, but all voters are German. That's the German elections. So I'm not sure that's a specific reason for losing to AFD. I would go with 3. I would be very annoyed if it were 4. The overall tone of the passage is unbiased analysis. No. The author is very clearly pro-Greens, pro-CDU, anti-AFD. Polite cynicism. Maybe. Because he's cynical because he's given up. He's saying anyway she's going to collapse. Unlikely to make much difference to CDU's fortunes. It changes, but not going to change much. Further confirmation that all 3 of Groko's parties are in deep trouble. Fine. So it's definitely not hopeful. And the idea, presumably, so he's skeptical about this. A chance to raise a profile, but seems unlikely to make much difference. So he's pessimistic. He's cynical, and so excessive denial is not as unbiased analysis. Not as between polite cynicism and subtle pessimism. I think his pessimism is not subtle. It's clear. Collapse of global consequence of current ever more cantankerous Russia. Gloomy consequences. It's not subtle pessimism. Gloomy consequences. Gloomy is a powerful adjective. Is unlikely to make much difference to CDU's fortunes. If they change their party leader, how is it going to change their life? So I don't think the pessimism is subtle. The cynicism is real, but it's very polite. So I'm torn between 2 and 3, but I'm nudged towards 2. Maybe it's wrong. Once again, I don't want this. I'm going to go skip here. How much time do I have? I'm almost halfway through. Spent almost half the time. So 6 questions. I'll spend time on this, get it right. If I get this right, then we're doing all right. Dark is a fascinatingly modern word. Our worries about the internet are embodied by the dark web, that byword for criminality, abuse, and nastiness that repeatedly bursts into the news. I don't think our worries with the internet are limited to the dark web. Anyway, I'm going to read quietly. I hope you guys also read quietly enough, and we'll come back to discussing that. Oh, wonderful passage, Phantom. I think who are the authors who select all these passages is fiercely anti-capitalist. I think there's a thread here across the 2 or 3 passages. Fine. So, just all of us have thought and felt about this, and so the idea that Amazons and McDonald's, the world have run roughshod over employees. This is not new. Let's go to the question. All of the following statements are false, except dark kitchens are basically used to sell food door to door. Not sure. Amazon's distribution centers are well ventilated. That is false. In today's world, all consumables are packed and distributed through dubious machineries. No evidence for that. Not all consumables. The consumers are not guilt-free when it comes to the exploitation of the wage workers. Dark kitchens are basically used to sell food door to door. That is false. They're used to produce food. That's not suggested in this. When Amazon distributors that are well ventilated, that is false. They're not. All consumables are packed and distributed through dubious machinery. Again, false. Not all consumables. Consumers are not guilt-free when it comes to exploitation of. That is true. They're not guilt-free. The last sentence. Those of us who blithely click and consume. Responsibility for their predicament lies on those of us who blithely click and consume. So we should be guilt-free. So that is true. Or not guilt-free. That is true. Wonderful. Based on this passage, the author will definitely agree with which of the following. The current nature of work affects the psyche of the workers. True. William Blake was a champion for workers' rights. Where is William Blake? He was just I can take it that he depicted the coal mines well. I don't know whether he's a champion for workers' rights. The distribution centers evade categories. It might be true. The author might agree it, but he'll not definitely agree. First one is hitting a sweet spot. Majority of women today feel a sense of fatigue and displeasure with the nature of their jobs. 55% of men and 47% of women, no, not majority, not true. Affects the psyche of workers, that's clear. Which of the following statements can be inferred from the passage? People buying high-end products imagine well-lit workspaces for the online workers. True, true. There's one beautiful sentence. When they purchase iPhone charger or an Adele album, imagines anything like this. So high-end products, definitely Adele album, iPhone charger are high-end products. They don't think this. So this is clearly inferable, but I'm going to eliminate the other three as well. Dark and disturbing advertisements by unwanted politicians have pushed the world into a crisis. Fears about the online world, what the online world is doing, are there. They're not. I don't know whether there's evidence that they push the world into a crisis. They may have, that we know from real life, but that's not seen there. Dark economy has forced workers to focus more on quantity and less on quality. Again, they're exhausted. They're at full pressure. They're running high tilt. They're doing a lot of work, but they are compromising on quality. It's not stated here. Maybe the workers are running themselves into the ground, but they're probably doing really well. So quality being compromised for the sake of more output. It's not suggested. We have all taken it to assume whereas we focus on more output, quality will suffer. But I don't think the passage is explicitly stating that. Industry, as we understood, is actually no, the first one. The author provides the example of William Blake to show that dark kitchens are very much a British phenomenon. No, he's talking about coal mines, dark satanic mills, the nocturnal privations of shift work. Nocturnal is something that happens at night. Exploitation, which took at the early stage of capitalism, was returning quickly. Yeah. This is clear. That dichotomy is returning at speed. Post-industrial economy, replete with ideas of fulfillment as a means of fulfillment. We're all sold the dream. Your job is something that gives you joy, makes you feel fulfilled, gives you meaning. But this is just scrap. And the William Blake example is built in to show that how Blake described the coal mines are pretty much how our Amazon warehouses are. Right? The passivity of the modern workers in accepting their fate is worrisome. That's not mentioned. I worry about it. I think there should be a worker revolt, but I'm not William Blake. The night shifts and privatization of work spells a bad omen for the future of the world economy. Maybe not, but that's not what William Blake is used for. Which of the following is not one of the complaints made by the workers participating in the survey? Right, so that dark style of operations, yes. Pace of their work, yes, they're running at full speed all the time. Lack of ability to choose one's work style, the exhaustion caused by their work. This is hinted but not stated. And so high speeds all the time. Lack of ability to choose work. Yeah, the share of people who have a lot of discretion over how to do their job has crashed, correct? The exhaustion caused by the work. They often work exhausted. The dark style of operations. No, the dark style of operations. This is a complaint. Sorry, it's just an interesting question. It's a complaint that some of these guys have mentioned in the previous paragraph, but that's not coming from the survey. The survey communicates pace, freedom, there is a discretion and exhaustion, not dark style of their operations. The purpose of the passage is to shut down distribution centers. How I wish. Show how certain styles of worker management are dangerous. Probably, but dangerous is a very strong word. Not talking about the psyche being affected. I don't know whether it's dangerous. Improve the conditions of workers across Britain. I think that Britain plays a role. The team is definitely Britain. William Blake and Staffordshire and all that. Highlight some problems with the current labor conditions. Not one, not two. Improve the conditions of workers across. He's highlighting how things are wrong. He's not giving suggestions to improve. He's not saying this could change and make people's life better. He's not saying these industries should be regulated. He's not saying this dark aspect should go away. Highlight some of the problem. That seems reasonable to me. Wonderful. Now I'm done with all of these, the passages, which I really like. I've done quite a few questions. Now it's a freebie territory. 5 sentences. This is sentence elimination. Summary. Let's do this. The person given four summaries. Choose the option that best captures the author's position. Cool does not only refer to a respected aspect of masculine display, it is also a symptom of anomie, confusion, anxiety, self-gratification, and escapism. Since being cool can push individuals towards passivity more than towards an active fulfillment of life's potential. Often it is more important to be cool and down with the peer group than to demonstrate academic achievement. Oh, so true. Right, white and cons. On the one hand, the message produced by a cool pose fascinates the world because of its inherent mysteriousness. The stylized way of offering resistance that insists more on appearance than on substance can turn cool people into untouchable objects of desire. That is so true. Where jeans stand aloof, you may be worthless, but you're considered cool. Wear a pair of jeans. On the other hand, to be cool can be seen as a decadent attitude leading to individual passivity and social decay. The notion of being cool is full of contradictions. It's not full of contradictions. He's saying multiple sides. He's saying it's passive and negative. Being cool can have positive manifestations in an individual and thus is perceived both positively and negatively. No, not talking about anything positive. Being cool fascinates because of its mystery and repels because of its effects of individual passivity and social decay. I don't know if it repels. Being cool can push an individual towards passivity and thus is viewed as not just as something fascinating, but also a decadent attitude. Correct. It's fascinating, decadent, pushes towards passivity. This, I think, captures everything. Not full of contradictions, not positive and negative. It doesn't repel. It's still attractive. It's just not good. Decide the proper order. I like the sentence rearrangement questions rather than the sentence elimination questions. Those who whip up hatred for their own cynical ends may not be directly responsible for what happens. Bad people can be emboldened in ways speakers never intended. But it's a reminder that politics is not a game. Words have consequences. What thinking person would not resolve to do better? Be more careful in future. This feeling that you can't start a fire without people getting burned only hardened last week when a Brexit campaign demonizing immigrants was followed by a flood of racist attacks. I think there's a link between 1 and 3. Those who whip up hatred for their own cynical ends may not be directly responsible. But it's a reminder that politics is not a game. Words have consequences. What thinking person would not resolve to do better? Be more careful in future. I think 1, 3, 2 works. What thinking person would not resolve to do better? Be more careful in future. Very interesting, but incredibly tough. I'm not able to place the fourth sentence anywhere. Fifth one looks like it starts something. And 1, 3 is a link. Fine. Maybe we can start with 2. Bad people can be emboldened in ways speakers never intended. This feeling that you can't start a fire without people getting burned only hardened last week when a Brexit came. That 5 outlines things, introduces the issue. I'm not happy with this at all, but I'm going to go for something because I don't think I'm going to get any more clarity. I'm going to start with 5. 1, 3, 2. I have to stick in 4 somewhere. I don't know where 4 fits. What thinking person would not resolve to do better? Be more careful in future. Those who bold and base speakers never intended. Very tricky. I'm simply not able to place anywhere. And the more I read it, the more I'm getting confused. I'm going to go. If I have one final go, maybe another 30 seconds, or I'm just taking a chance and running away. You can't start a fire without people getting burned. Only happened last week when a Brexit camp always flood of racist attacks. Bad people can be emboldened in ways speakers never imagined, never intended. Those who whip up hatred may not be directly responsible for what happens, but it's a reminder that politics is not a game. Words have consequences. 52134, but very unhappily 52134. Fine. From a coherent paragraph, para jumble, we still have 6 minutes. Maybe we can do another 3 more, squeeze in something from somewhere. The author rightly points out that Marx's project of capital remained incomplete, as he could not touch upon the questions of state, foreign trade, and the world market. So the answer to the question related to the stubborn resilience of capitalism in the form of neoliberalism may not be directly traced to Marx. What, however, requires to be analyzed is how neoliberalism legitimizes itself by securing the consent of the government, thereby making it easy for the right to score its victory. The question is capital still relevant? Seems like a conclusion, but the last one is a conclusion. It's clearly saying undeniable capitalism has not collapsed. It's still relevant. So he's answering that. So I would start with 5 and end with 4. Fine. Other rightly points out that Marx remained incomplete, as he could not touch upon the question of state, foreign trade, the stubborn resilience of capitalism in the form of neoliberalism may not be directly traced to Marx. He points out further that the main levers of neoliberalism being speculative capital, new tech, and usurpation, the crisis it generates by intensification of mass discontent is almost insurmountable. Okay, I'm going to go with 5, 4, 1, 3, 2. The question to be analyzed is how neoliberalism. Yeah, I'm happy with this, but not very. I don't feel good. Just dunk it in. Fine. Form a coherent paragraph. An overweight person drinks 480 ml of grape juice every day for 3 months. Both the waistline and insulin resistance will increase remarkably. Although it is quite unlike processed cane sugar, fructose can be as harmful if you make a habit of drinking juice on a regular basis. Insulin resistance, okay. You are supposed to savor the fruit bite by bite, one serving at a time. The fiber helping you feel full. Fruits have plenty of fructose, a close cousin of the more familiar glucose. A juice overload also raises the level of uric acid in the blood, which leads to gout. Okay. Wonderful. Although it is quite unlike processed cane sugar, too. I'm going to start with that. Drinking juice, fruits have plenty of fructose. That is correct. So 4. Quite unlike, you're supposed to savor the. Okay, you're supposed to savor the fruit bite by bite, one serving at a time. No. Even 1 comes very well. Like a habit of drinking. So 2, 1 works well. Oops, I'm not doing well on time. Fruits have plenty of fructose, a close cousin of the more familiar glucose. Okay. We can have 4, 2, 1. Although it is quite unlike processed cane sugar, correct? Overweight, yeah, correct. That works. Five, 3. Again, not happy at all. And I've done this, but I'm not feeling good at all. Hopefully, we'll get one more question. And not just for women, this is sentence elimination. One of these doesn't fit. And not just for men, but anyone who might previously have struggled to be heard in public life. The growing willingness of women to opt in, even when tradition allows them to duck out, suggests a wider cultural shift. A wedding is one of the few times, even those genuinely terrified of public speaking can't decently get out. A time-honored trial of nerves for the self-conscious. Some people are wary of being the person who loves the sound of their own voice, but I think that has become quite old-fashioned now. To have a voice, to speak up rather than sit there mute, feels increasingly charged and significant. I'm going to go with 3 for no good reason. And we don't have much time, so I'm going to take my chances. Identify the odd one out: the brain activity, daily sleep, or the drive for sleep. Both humans and other animals' brain and for 24 hours. Just taking my chances. Bicep 2, or is that gravity with your effects of local dust? I don't want to leave out TTA questions. Wonderful. Now we come to the tricky part where I'm going to work with the PPT and then try to do this. 24 to 27 is like this. There are what, 20 questions, A, B, C, D, E, G, attending the cultural programs. They're going to shop from where each of them purchased a ticket from the tickets numbered 1 to 10. All of them managed to get the ticket having a number equal to ticket 1. Super. I like this. Mathematical. At a gold chain with n links, such that the links are numbered from 1 to n. Wants to cut the links into groups of 1 or more links in such a way that he can pay salary to Ritika by paying any number of links she may ask for her work on contract basis. But since cutting a gold chain comes at the cost, he has to be very smart. If n is 165, I like this, I know this, so I'm going to go for that. 125 from one top corner, 2 by 2 by 1. I don't like this. I don't like these visual puzzles. Coley Gale. I'm going to start with 28 and then try 32, and then we'll see where it takes us. Fine. So I would recommend that you pause the screen, take a screenshot, something like that, because I'm going to work with my PPT more than this. So I'm going to change my share and show that as the sharing screen at some point of time. And so let's jump in. 10 friends, A, B, C, D, attending the cultural, they said all to play some game. So they went to a shop from where each one of them purchased a ticket from the ticket number from 1 to 10. All of them managed to get the ticket number having its number equivalent. A had ticket number 1, B had 2, C had 3, and so on. Now for the game, all of them kept their tickets on a table in such a way that ticket numbers were not visible and the tickets were shuffled. Then each of them picked one ticket randomly from the table. And they all showed their ticket numbers. It was found that the ticket number of the ticket picked by each friend from the table was maximum 1 away from its initially purchased ticket number. For example, C could have picked a ticket numbered as 2, 3, or 4 only. Lovely. This seems reasonable. I hope you have read the question. You've registered this. I'm going to do a new share. And I hope you can see this screen. And I'm going to toggle between my screen and this, whereas you get to see only my PPT screen. So I hope you've all seen the question. It's going to be tricky otherwise. Lovely. And A to J, 1 to 10, D gets 4. And so lovely. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, E, F, G, H, I, J. He gets 4. Maximum, how many friends could not be having the same ticket as their initially purchased ticket? We could have E and F swapped, G and H swapped, I and J swapped. So these 6 could all be having something different. And E can have only 5, 4, or 6. We don't want him to have 5. 6 works. Swap, swap, swap. This work. These 6. Okay. B and C could have swapped. In which case, both would have got this. Or A and B could have swapped. Is there a way where A, B, and C all get different? A could have only 1 or 2. If A has 2. B could have only 1, 2, or 3. Or 1 or 3. We don't want B to have 2. Let B have 3. Then C has to have 1, which is not possible. B should have 1. C will have 3. So these 6 can swap out. And these 3, A, B, and C, 2 could get something different, but not all 3. And so A, B, C, A has to have 1 or 2. B has to have, so A has to have 2, because if all 3 have to get it wrong. B has to have 1 or 3. C has to have 2. That's not possible. A and C both cannot have 2. C cannot have 4, because D gets 4. So the maximum number of friends who could not be having the same ticket as their originally priced ticket is 8. 8 of them have different things, but not 9. Lovely. In how many ways can they take their tickets such that exactly 4 students were not having the same ticket as their initially purchased ticket? Lovely. So I'm going to go to the next one. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Lovely. So the one thing we notice is if you have pair swapping out, that makes life easy. Right? But if F gets 7, G gets 8, then E has to have got 6. D has to have got 5. Otherwise 5 will go missing. C should have got 4. B should have got 3. A should have got 2. 1 goes missing. So we realize that we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. My gut feel is practically only swaps are allowed. Only swaps are allowed. A can get 1 or 2. B can get 1, 2, or 3. But if A gets 2, B has to get 1. B can't get 3. And so if E gets 6, then F has to get 5. Because the only people who can get 5 are D, E, and F. E does not get 5. If F does not get 5, D gets 5. So these 2 swap, or these 2 swap. We cannot have anything apart from a swap. Think about this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Let's say E ends up not getting 5. E gets 4. Right? E gets 4. That means E is swapping with D. Even this is not possible. D and 5 being 5 and 6 is not possible. D can be 5, E can be 6. If that is the case, then there's no room for 4. That will be 4, 3, 2, 1 will miss out. Only swaps are possible. Fine. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Absolutely delightful. In how many ways can they take their tickets such that exactly 4 students were not having the same ticket as their initially purchased ticket? Now this becomes a PNC question. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And so very interesting. So if we could have a pair which is AB, BC, CD, DE, EF, FG, GH, IJ. You have to select 2 of these pairs, some 2. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 9. Fine. Out of these 9, some 2 we need to select. Fine. But there's a problem here. We simply cannot do a 9C2. That doesn't work because we cannot select AB and BC as the pairs. The pairs are AB, BC, CD, DE, EF, FG, GH, IJ. Sorry, HI, IJ. Out of these 9, we have to select some 2, but we cannot select AB and BC. We cannot select BC and CD. And if we select BC, AB and CD are out. Wonderful. It's absolutely delightful question. So I'm going to break this into 2 parts. The one that we select AB or IJ, because they have only one neighbor. And then everything else. Right? If you select AB, then you could select any of the other 7. 7 possibilities are there. Okay. If you select BC, AB, BC would have already been eliminated. So I'm not going to worry about anything related to AB. Right? So AB in, 7 possibilities are there. AB not in, BC being in, CD is out, 6 possibilities. The first 3 are out, remaining 6. It could be CD being one selected, AB, BC are out, DE is out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 possibilities. DE could be one of our things. So 4 possibilities. F, G, G, H, H, I, I, J. DE and AB we've already counted. EF could have been there, G, H, H, I, and I, J, 3. FG could have been there, H, I, and I, J, 2. GH could have been selected, only I, J, 1. H, I, and I, J could not have been selected. I, J alone, obviously, we don't have to worry. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus. So 7 into 8 by 2, 7 into 8 by 2, 7 into 4, 28. I'm going to mark 28. I want to probably check this by another method. I like the idea that only swap outs are possible. Fine. Lovely. Only swaps are possible. So we're swapping these out. Fine. So, but if AB is there, then only BC is eliminated. Out of the other 7, we can select anything. But if BC is there, AB and CD are eliminated. And so AB is one selection. Then there are 7 possibilities. IJ is one selection. There are 7 possibilities. Any of the others, BC, CD, D. So out of these 7 others, there are 6 possibilities. 7 plus 7, 14. 7 into 6, 42. 56. By 2 is 28. Why am I doing by 2? Because AB, GH and GHAB both will get counted. That works. So I'm very happy. And so I'm going to go to the next question. I only now realized that my screen share will again break down because you're not able to see the new questions. So I'm going to go back, show you the new questions. So this one is the number of ways in which exactly end students not having their initial tickets is maximum possible. The number of ways in which exactly end students not having their initial tickets is the maximum possible. Then what is the value of n? 1 to 10. The number of ways in which exactly n students not having their initial tickets is the maximum possible. Lovely. I'm going to go back to sharing my other screen. The share thing is a pain, I tell you. I hope it is working. For God. So let's do this. So we have 10 of them. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And so if 8 students, so the choices are 2, 4, 6, 8. And so if 2 have their tickets incorrectly, there are 9 ways. A, B, B, C, C, D, D. With 4, there are 28 ways. We've already seen that. 6, that means out of the pairs A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, G, G, H, H, I, I, J. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to select 3 pairs. This is tricky. If you select AB, you have to eliminate BC. With AB in, leave out BC, you can select CD and EF. Fine. Or CD and FG, CD and GH, CD and HI, CD and IJ. This is 5. Wonderful. Or you have AB, DE, DE, FG, DE, GH, DHI, DIJ. Or AB and EF, EF, GH, EF, HI, EF, IJ. Or AB and then FG, FG, HI, FG, IJ. Wonderful. Or AB, GH, IJ, including AB, AB in, there are 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3, 12, plus 2, 14, plus 1, 15 with AB in. That's a lot. So we might end up crossing this 28. And so AB, CD, HI, yeah, that works. AB, DE, IJ, that also works. Fine, fine. So lovely. So I'm going to go to the next step where BC is selected. BC, then CD is not in, DE, EF is not in, FG, GH, HI, IJ. So 4 here. And then BC, EF, 3 here. BC, FG, 2. BC, GH, 1. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, another 10. And starting with CD, DE cannot come. EF, with EF there are 3. Then CD, FG there are 2. CD, DH is 1. 10 plus 15, 25 plus 6, 31. We're already doing better with 6. 8 is going to be tricky. And so you're going to select 8. You're going to leaving out only one pair. That again comes back to selecting only one pair is tricky. This is not easy. So 6 is the answer. I'm confident that the answer is 6. I'm going to mark 6 and then come back to the next question by sharing the question screen. This is a pain in the neck, I tell you. Next time we need to crack this funda. What are the total number of ways such that at least one of the students is not having his initial ticket again? At least one of the students is not having his initial ticket again. Lovely question. At least one student is not having his initial ticket again. And so first of all, we realized pair-wise, this is tricky. This is very tricky. Everyone getting the total number of possibilities minus everyone getting everything. So total number of possibilities itself is tricky. A could get 1 or 2. So we could have, we're selecting pairs. I'm going to go back to this. So let's do this. So only pairs can get swapped. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And so these 2 could get swapped. Then these 2, then these 2, then these 2. Could have 2 swaps, 4, 6, or 8. We already did this in the previous question, so maybe we can do this. 2, 4, and 6 we did. 8 we did. 10 swaps would also be possible. And so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All 10 get swapped. That is 5 ways. Number of ways of getting 2 swapped. That's 9 pairs. 4 is 28. 6 was a large number which we stopped counting. 6 was 15 plus 10 plus 6. Let's count this because you've come this far. So DE, FG, and then HIIJ, 2 plus 1, 3. 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 3. Then starting with EF, GHIJ, 1. So 4, 10, 20, 35 ways with 6. 8 being paired up. There is only 2 are not paired up. We cannot have B and C not being paired up. Then A would be right. So we can select either AB or CD or EF or GH or IJ. So the remaining sets can be paired up well. So number of ways of doing 8 is 5. All 10 mixed up. Only one way. A and B should swap, C and D should swap, A and F should swap, G and J should swap, I and J should swap. I'm going to add all this and hopefully one of the choices matches. 35, 40, 41, 41 plus 9, 50, 50 plus 28, 78. I didn't see a 78. I'm making some mistake here, but let's see. Maybe there's a 78 sitting there in the choices and I've missed it. There's an 88 sitting there. This is very ugly. We don't like 88. So let's go back. This was discussed 86, 89, 88, 90. I don't want to take a chance with this. I'm going to go back to my screen. So we could have 2 only with errors, 4, 6 or 8. With 4 it was 28. With 6 we did the numbers. It was 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 3 plus 1, 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 15, 35. 2, there are 9 ways. All 10 wrong. A and B swap, C and D swap, A and F swap, G and H swap, I and J swap. Only one way of that happening. 8, that means one pair is left out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, or I, J. 5 ways. Not working. Not happy at all. So let me go back to this new share and show the question. Not working. I'm not happy. At least one of the students is not having his initial ticket taken. Again, so 2 could miss out. 4, 6, 8, 10. Is there any other possibility? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 are the only ones that work. No other possibility. Anyway, not happy. Let's go to the next one. Hopefully this is my favorite question. I think I'll get it right. N equal to 865. What is the minimum number of cuts that Ravi should make? Gold chain with n links numbered from 1 to n. Wants to cut the links into groups of 1 or more links. Any number of links she may ask for her work on contract basis. But since cutting a gold chain comes with a cost, he has to be very smart while cutting it. By any number of links. So the idea here is I'm going to share I don't know what is being shared right now. I'm getting confused. I'm going to share this. I know this question. This is, you can distribute if you have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. You have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, all of this. So with this, you can distribute anything you want. We want to distribute 865. Fine. So if we want to distribute 865, sum of all numbers till 128 is 255. Till 256 is 511. Till 512 will be 1023. And so if you have 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 255, all these will add up to 511. 865 minus 511, 4, 5, 3, 354. This final 354 are remaining. N is 865. So adding all of this is 865. So after 1, he'll make a cut. After 2, he'll make a cut. After 3, we'll have a 1 link. We'll have next 2. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then an 8. So he makes a cut here. 1 cut here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts, 7 cuts, 8 cuts, 9 cuts. The remaining 354 will stay intact. So if he makes 9 cuts, then he should be good to go. If Ravi made 8 cuts, what is the maximum possible value of? So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cuts. Then you can distribute all of this. We'll have this many pieces. You can distribute all the way till 511. He won't have a mechanism to distribute 512. What is the maximum possible value of n? 511. If n is 512, then what could be the maximum sum of the numbers written on the links? This is very weird. What could be the maximum sum of the numbers written on the links of any piece of the chain after Ravi made cuts? When is 512? Links are numbered from 1 to n. So you just think 1 to 512. Then let me just change this. Okay, we're not able to see this question. I'm going to go and show you this question. If n is 512, what could be the maximum sum of the numbers written on the links of any piece of the chain after Ravi made cuts? Numbered from 1 to n. Sum of the numbers on any chain. If n is 512, can you distribute 512? Distribute 0 to 512. Can you distribute 0 to 511? He can distribute. Can you distribute 1 to 512? You have to make a cut at 1 all the way till 256. Okay. What could be the maximum sum of the numbers written on the links of any piece of the chain after Ravi made cuts? I'm going to see the next one. Ravi has to make more than 5 cuts, but less than 7 cuts. What is the number of possible values that n can take? This is easier. So I'm going to do this and we'll come back to that. More than 5 cuts. So I'm going to talk about 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts. So n could be 63. Or 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. N could be 255. 63 to 255. Let me see the question. Again, share the screen. This is becoming a pain. It's going to be worse in quant. What is the number of possible values that n can take? N can take all values from 63 to 255. So 255 minus 63. Let's say 255 minus 63 to 192. N could be 63. Let me just go back to the screen. Don't know which screen is being shared. Okay. And I should take more than 5 cuts. So n can only be 64 upwards. 63, he can do it with 5 cuts, but less than 7 cuts. More than 5, but less than 7. Exactly 6 cuts. So I got it completely wrong. Let me go back here. 6 cuts. With 6 cuts, what can he get? With n equal to 63, he can do it with 5 cuts. So 64 upwards will work. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cuts. From 64 to 127, he can go. 64 will work. All the way till 127 will work. Or n can take 64 different values. So it's a complete nightmare. Hopefully, I've not got this wrong. So I'm going to mark 64 confidently. I'm not feeling good about this particular DALR at all. This cuboid question, I'm definitely not doing. Let's do our wonderful. Let's see, 24. Day 1. Exactly 100 employees work in an office, and a 10 days activity was organized in which all employees played one of the games. On day 1, 20, 20, 30, 25, and 25 employees played tennis, basketball, volleyball, and badminton respectively. Shifting from day 2 onwards, tennis to basketball, tennis to volleyball, tennis to badminton. How many played volleyball on the 9th day? Maybe we can try this. Let's look at this. 24, 25, 26, 27 could be interesting. And so I hope I'm sharing this screen. I will just check that. How many employees played volleyball on 9th day? On the first day, 25 people played volleyball on day 1. Lovely. So day 2, people going into volleyball will count that. Fine. So from tennis to volleyball, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8. We'll add all of this up. So many people have gone from tennis to volleyball. 1 plus 5, 6, 12, 18, 23, 27, 31. And so from tennis to volleyball, 31 have gone in. And so write down 31 somewhere. Will there be a chance to annotate this? So we'll hold on to 31. And then basketball to volleyball, 5 to 7, 14, 16, 19, 22, 27. 31 and 27. I'm just going to scribble 31 and 27 somewhere. So 31, 27. Then let's do badminton to volleyball. 4, 6, 7, 13, 14, 17, 26. So 31, 27, 26. Volleyball to other games. 5 plus 4, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17, 23. Volleyball to basketball is 23. Volleyball to tennis, 11, 12, 14, 19, 21, 22. Volleyball to tennis is 22. I'm going to count that again. I'm still not sure. 11, 12, 14, 19, 21, 22. Yeah. Volleyball to badminton, 5, 10, 17, 21, 25. So 31 plus 27 plus 26. 14, 4, 1, 4, 6, 84 people have come into volleyball. 45 plus 25, 70 have exited volleyball. So volleyball total should go up by 14. It was at 25 plus 14, 39. Lovely. I should have done this first up. The errors of choosing questions incorrectly. Find the difference between the maximum number of employees playing any sport and the minimum number of employees playing any sport on the given 10 days. Give me a break. This is a nightmare. So I'm not going to attempt this. We'll have to track each of them. Tennis at each day, add everything up and then subtract the other. So each day we'll have to get a status of each of this. It's possible. Maybe I'll come to this, but look, I'm not that crazy yet. So we'll have to draw this table, write it down, and then simplify. It's going to be a complete nightmare. I would love to do this. They let me copy this slide, but unfortunately, the website is well built. They are not going to let me copy that slide. Fine. Maximum and minimum. So this is doable. And the method we will do is on day 2, count tennis outside. Going outside tennis is 6. Coming into tennis is 4 plus 6, 10 plus 3, 13. So tennis goes up by 7. So add plus, minus, then track it to the last date. It is possible, but it's going to be ridiculously time consuming. So I'm not going to poke this. For how many days did at least 20 employees play each of the 4 sports? Again, this is tricky. Maximum number of plays in the 10 days. Okay. Now we don't have time to go elsewhere. So I'm going to go through this. And so it's going to be a pain, but hang with me. We will show the world how much resilient we are. I'm going to share the screen and show you this screen. Good. So let me get my toolkit ready. This is a pain because I don't have so day 1, we have tennis, basketball, volleyball, badminton, basketball, volleyball, badminton, basketball. So 20, 30, 25, 25, 30, 25, 25. Day 2. So coming into tennis. So have a screenshot of that screen because I'm going to be toggling. Going out of tennis is 6. Coming into tennis is 4 plus 6, 10 plus 3, 13. So 7, this becomes 27. Totally 100. Right? I'm going to do day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10. Let's track tennis all the way. 8 going out. And how many coming in? 6 plus 5, 11 plus, sorry, volleyball to tennis, badminton to tennis. So basket to tennis is 6, volleyball to tennis is 5, 11 plus 1, 12. 8 going out, 12 coming in, plus 4, 31. Lovely. Day 4, 13 going out, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 3, 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. 7 reducing by 7, 24. Day 2, day 3, day 4 we've done. Let's go day 5. 4 plus 6, 10 plus 3, 13 going out. Basketball to tennis is 1. Volleyball to tennis is 2. Badminton tennis is 4, 7. 13 minus 7 is 6. Reducing by 6 goes to 18. So plus 7 plus 4 minus 7 minus 6. Lovely. So on to day 6. 1, 5, 6. 12 people are going out. 2 coming in here. Plus 5, 7. 7 plus 3, 10. 12 minus 10 is 2. Reducing by 2, 16. Day 7. 8 plus 4, 12 plus 5, 17 going out. Basketball to tennis is 2 coming in. Volleyball to tennis is 2 coming in. 4. Badminton to tennis is 8. 4 plus 8, 12. 17 minus 12 is 5. Reducing by 5, 11. Day 8, 1, 4, 5, 10 going out. Coming in is 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 leaving, so 6 people remaining. Day 9, 6 plus 4, 10. 10 plus 3, 13 going out. How many coming in? 8 from basketball. 6, 14 from 14 plus 5, 19. 19 coming in, 13 going out, plus 6, taking us to 12 again. Day 10, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9. Basketball to tennis is 4. Volleyball to tennis is 8, 12. Badminton tennis is 3, 15. 15 minus 9 plus 6, taking us back to 18. We still have to do basketball now. This is a nightmare. I don't know whether I'll survive this. Basketball to other 3 sports, 9 leaving. Coming in is 2 plus 5, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 leaving, 9 coming in. So 0 stays at 30. Day 3, basketball leaving is 6 plus 2, 8 plus 3, 11. Coming in is 3 from tennis, 4, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 coming in and 11 going out. So down 1, 29. Day 4, tennis to basketball is 4. Volleyball to basketball is 1. Badminton to basketball is 5. 10 coming in and leaving is 17 minus 7, which is 22. Let's see if we can amp up the pace. We'll do it at day 5. 4 from tennis. 4, another 4, 8. Volleyball to basketball. Badminton to basketball, 15 coming in and 6 going out, plus 9, 31. Day 6, tennis to basketball is 1. Volleyball to basketball is 2, 3. Badminton to basketball is 5, 8. 8 coming in and 9 going out, down 1, 30. Day 7, tennis to basketball is 8. Volleyball to basketball is 1, 9. Badminton to basketball is 5, 14. 14 minus 11 is 3. 3 coming in becomes 33. Day 8, 1 from tennis, 6 from volleyball, 7 and 3, 10. 10 coming in, 10 going out, stays the same, 33. Day 9, 6 coming in from tennis, 1, 7 plus 2, 9. 9 coming in and 15 going out, minus 6, 27. Day 10, 4 from tennis plus 3, 7 from volleyball, 7 plus 1, 8 coming in and 7 going out, plus 1, 28. One more and we should be through. Volleyball, tennis to volleyball is 1. Basketball to volleyball is 5, 6. Badminton to volleyball, 10. 10 in and 13 out, minus 3, 22. Really running short of time. I'm going to miss it very closely. Let's fight on. Tennis to volleyball is 5. Basketball to volleyball is 2, 7. Badminton to volleyball is plus 2, 9. 9 minus 12, minus 3, 19. Tennis to volleyball is 6. Basketball to volleyball is 7, 13. Badminton to volleyball is 1, 14. Going out is only 4 plus 10, 29. Day 5. Tennis to volleyball is 6. Basketball to volleyball is plus 2, 8. Badminton to volleyball is 6, 14. Out of which we leave 9 plus 5, 34. Day 6. Volleyball is plus 5, plus 3, 8, plus 1, 9. Then we subtract 14 minus 5, 29. Day 7 to volleyball is 5, plus 3, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. And then we subtract 14, another minus 5, 24. Day 8, tennis to volleyball is 4, basketball to volleyball is 5, 9, plus 9, 18. From 18, we subtract 11 plus 7, 31. Day 9, volleyball is 4, plus 2, 7, plus 4, 11. From 11, we subtract 10 plus 1, 32. Day 10, volleyball is 2, plus 1, 3, plus 2, 5. Going out is 3 plus 8, 11 plus 6, 17, minus 12, 20. This we can subtract and find out. 49, 79, 21, 48, 79, 21, 46, 75, 25, 65, 75, 83, 17, 56, 85, 15, 35, 38, 32, 64, 70, 30, 44 plus 27, 54, 71, 29, 48, 66, 34. Lovely. Now we don't have any time to attempt the questions. It's extremely unfortunate. We've got the whole damn grid, but we don't have time to answer the questions. We'll live with that. What is the difference between maximum number of employees playing any sport and the minimum? Minimum is 6. Maximum was 34. So is there a 28 somewhere? Nope. It's a tragedy, I tell you. We should have counted that. That would have worked for us quite brilliantly. Now I have no clue if the real scenario is going fine. So I'm going to pop over to just have a look at my YouTube feed just to see if things are fine. I think it is going fine. So people are watching and doing something. So I'm a little tired. So I'm taking a second break. Now the share screen is going to kill me. I'm going to see if I can figure something out. Mock test screen is here. My template is here because I'm going to solve quite a bit. Right. But my share screen thing is still not working. There's something funny which we'll fix by the next session. But now for predominantly, I'm going to show you the screen of the test. Then we'll go with that. I'm 3 times as old as you when I was as old as you are now. Maybe I can write on this. Let me just see. No, that's not possible. Sorry. 3 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are now, said a mother to his son. The sum of the percentages, the mother and son is 120 years. What is the present age in years of the mother? Good question. I'm going to do this share screen thing. I'm sorry about this. Let's say the percentages are, what is the present age of the mother? Present age of the mother, let's say, is X. Son's age is 120 minus X. I'm 3 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are now. I'm 3 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are now. As old as you are now. So the mother is X, son is this. The mother was 120 minus X. X minus 120 minus X, that many years ago. That is 2X minus 120 years ago. So So 120 minus x minus of 2x minus 120, which is 120 plus 120, 240 minus 3x. So we're talking about a time which is 2x minus 120 years ago. And so the sun would have been 2x minus 120 years ago, it would have been 240 minus 3x. Lovely. I'm 3 times as old as you were. I'm 3 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are now. Or 240 minus 3x, and I was as old as you are now, into 3 is 120 minus x. So 720 minus 9x is 120 minus x. 640 is 10x. X is 64. Mother is 64 years old. Son is, the math doesn't work at all. What am I doing wrong? I'm 3 times as old as you were when I was as old as you are now. When I was as old as you are now. The mother was 120 minus x. The son should have been 240 minus 3x. So from this, subtract 2x minus 120. Minus x minus of 2x minus 120. Correct. So 120 minus x, subtract 2x minus 120, minus 2x plus 120, minus 2x plus 120. Yeah, this is good. 3 times, so 720 minus 9x is 120 minus x. So 640 is 8x, x is 80, mother is 80, son was 40. Mother was 40. Son would have been 0 years old. What am I doing wrong? 720 minus 9x is 120 minus x. 720 minus 120 is 600. This 8x. Oh my God. 300 by 4, 75 and 45. She was 45, she was 15. So how old is the mother now? She should have been 75. Oh, I'm really tired. All this toggling is taking a toll on me. At least I'm going to blame it on the toggling. 2 articles are sold, each at a price of 4950, one at a 10% profit, and other at a 10% loss. Find the overall loss amount in rupees. 10% profit, 10% loss. This should be a cake. 4950 by 1.1, 4950. 4950 by 1.1. 4500. 4950 by 0.9. The cost price. This is 5. Divide by 5, divide by 9, 49, 45, 5500. So 4,500 plus 5,500 is the total cost, which is 10,000. Total selling price is 4950, 4950, 001, 900. So you're making a loss of 100. Loss should have been 1%. We could have simplified with that. Overall loss in amount is 100. There's a direct formula for this. X, Y, again, I'll have to toggle the screen. This is a nightmare. Positive real numbers, x square plus y square plus z square is greater than or equal to xy plus yz plus zx. That is true. X square plus y square greater than or equal to 2xy. Y square plus z square greater than or equal to 2yz. X square plus z square greater than or equal to 2zx. X plus y plus z plus into y z plus x greater than or equal to 8xy. Yes, AMG inequality. That's also true. 1 by x plus 1 by y is greater than 2 by x plus y. That's also true. 1 by x plus 1 by y, x plus y by xy, 2 by x plus y, x plus y whole square greater than 2. Yep, all three are just manifestations of AMGM inequality. So I'm going to go with that. I'm just checking whether I have the same screen shared. Ranbir started traveling from Delhi to Jaipur at 10 a.m. Deepika at 1 p.m. from Jaipur to Delhi. They met at 2 p.m. in between and reached their respective destination at the same time. Ranbir has traveled for 3 hours and Deepika has traveled for 1 hour or 4 hours and 1 hour when they met. At what time did they reach their destination? Interesting question. So I'm going to flip out, share my screen, go to the next slide. So they meet in between, Ranbir and Deepika. Ranbir has traveled for 4 hours. Deepika has traveled for 1 hour. Then they meet. Right? And then they reach at the same time. And so Ranbir reaches in say X hours. Deepika reaches in the same X hours. Wonderful. So Deepika's speed, what Ranbir has taken 4 hours to travel, Deepika covers this in X hours. What Deepika has traveled 1 hour, Ranbir is taking X hours. The ratio of the time taken should be same. 4 by X is equal to X by 1. Or Deepika is traveling at twice the speed of Ranbir. Ranbir takes 4 hours. Deepika at that time has traveled for 1 hour. So the distance that Deepika travels in 1 hour is what Ranbir travels in X hours. The distance that Ranbir travels in 4 hours is what Deepika travels in X hours. Ranbir 4 hours is equal to Deepika X hours. Deepika's 1 hour is equal to Ranbir's X hours. 4 by X is equal to X by 1. X is 2. So when do they meet? So I'm going to go back to that screen. So at 2 p.m. they meet. So when will they reach? They'll reach at 4 p.m. A, B, C, D, and E take 30, 20, 15, 12, and 60 days respectively. They divided into 2 groups. One group took twice the amount of time taken by the other group to do the complete. How many such groups are possible? Wonderful. So let's do this. We'll do this. A, B, C, D, and E. 30, 20, 15, 12, and 60. A, B, C, D, E. 30, 20, 15, 12, and 60. I'm just going to check the numbers. Yep. Let's say there are 60 units of work done. A can do 2 per day. B can do 3 per day. C can do 4 per day. D can do 5 per day. E can do 1 per day. They're split into 2 groups. That one group took twice the amount of time taken by the other group to do the same amount of work. Total output they can do 2 plus 3, 5, 10, 15. So they can split as 10 and 5. So in how many ways can we get 10? A and B together, C, D, E together. That will work. D alone, A, B, C, E. That will work. C, E together, A, B, D. That will work. I'm just worried what screen I'm sharing. Half the time I'm worried about what screen I'm sharing. So 5 units on one side, 10 on the other side. 2 and 3 together, 4, 5, 1 together, 5 alone, the rest together. So 3 ways. Wonderful. So I'm going to go mark this choice. 3 different ways, not 4, only 3. F of x equal to mx plus n. F of x is 8 times x plus 7. Find the value of 3m plus 2n. F of x. So wonderful. Let's do this. 3 times f of x. Eight times x plus 7. That's the expression. F of x. F of x is mx plus n. And so f of x is m times mx plus n plus n. M square x plus mn plus n. f of x is m times m square x plus mn plus n plus n. Mn square x plus m square n plus mn plus n. This is 8x plus 56. mn square is 8x. M square n plus mn plus n is 56. N times m square plus m plus 1 is 56. This could be 8 or mn square is 8. M square plus m plus 1. 8 times x plus 7, 8x plus 56. This is mn square, that is m square n. This is the real weird stuff. M square plus m plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 doesn't work. 1, m equal to 2 seems to work, n equal to 2. M is 2, n is 2. Doesn't work. Something is wrong. I think I've made some mistake here. M square x plus mn plus n, correct? M times m square x plus mn plus n. What is m cube x plus m square n plus mn plus n. M is 2. N times 1 plus m square. N is 8. Wonderful. M is 2, n is 8. That works for us. What am I sharing? I'm sharing the right thing. M is 2, n is 8. Brilliant. We need to find f of 3m plus 2n. What have we got here? Got n is 8, m is 2. N equal to 8, m equal to 2. We need to find 3m plus 2n. 3m is 6, 2n is 16. We're looking to find f of 22. 3m plus 2n, f of 22, mx plus n, 2x plus 8, 222, 44 plus 8, 52. We've got mx plus n, 3m plus 2n. Let's do this. What do we get? We got n m cube x, m is 2. 1 plus m square is 7. So n is 8. 8 into 7 is 56. N is 8, m is 2. That works so far, so good. So 3m plus 2n is 6 plus 16, 22. F of 22. Mx plus 8, 2x plus 8. 44 plus 8 should be 52. I'm not finding a 52, so I'm not answering this question. I don't like that. I simply don't like that. Oh, we want to find just 3m plus 22. 3m plus 22 is 3m plus 2n is 22. Yeah, not f of that. Brilliant. But my timer is in very bad shape. X is to y is 2 is to 5. Find the value of 3x square plus xy by y square minus x square. What am I sharing now? Wonderful, guys. Read this question. 3x square plus xy by y square minus x square. Three x square plus xy by y square minus x square. I'm going to divide by y square throughout. 3 times x by y whole square plus x by y by 1 minus x by y the whole square. We know x by y is 2 by 5. And so x by y is 2 by 5. I'm going to pop out and see which screen I'm sharing. Luckily, I'm sharing the right screen. 2 by 5. 3 times 2 by 5 the whole square, which is 4 by 25, plus 2 by 5 by 1 minus 4 by 25. 12 by 25 plus 10 by 25 divided by 21 by 25. 22 by 25 by 21 by 25, 22 by 21. Yep, that exists. Wonderful. We're doing so far so good. At least we're answering some questions. Some of the first 10 terms of an arithmetic progression is 50. Okay, I'm going to shift sharing my screen. I'm really sorry if I'm messing this up. Some of the first 10 terms of an arithmetic progression is 50. Next 10 terms is 250. Find the 13th term of the AP. First 10 terms is 50. Next 10 terms is 250. I love this question. It's like really the king of doing all these questions. First 10 terms, T1 to T10 is 50. T11 to T20 is 250. T11 is T1 plus 10D. This is T10 plus 10D. I'm adding 10D 10 times. Lovely. 10D 10 times extra. So 10 times 10D is 200. 20 times D is 200. D is, 100D is 200, or D is 2. Once you've got D, you can find everything else. So the 10 times is 50, or 10 times T 5.5 is 50, or the 5.5th term is 5, or T6 plus half D, 6. T7 is 8. T8 is 10. T9 is 12. T10 is 14. T11 is 16. T12 is 18. T13 is 20. Lovely. I'm looking for an answer choice of not an answer choice. I want to find the 13th term. I'm going to mark it as 20. I hope I've got this right. I'm trying to do a little quicker than I would have otherwise liked. What am I sharing? I'm sharing the right screen. Have a look at this question. 5 power 23 plus 5 power 23 plus 5 power 23 plus 5 power 23 plus 5 power 23. 5 times that is 5 power 24 into x power 24. That is 10 power 24. 10 power 24 is 10 power x plus 2. X is 22. Lovely. I like this question. F of x plus y, comma x minus y is x into y. Find the expression for x, f of x, comma y. Sum of these two into difference of these two by 4. And so f of x plus y plus x minus y. Let me see if I'm sharing the right screen. Yep. X plus y plus x minus y is 2x. X plus y minus of x minus y is 2y. 2x into 2y is 4xy. So sum of the two terms into product of the two terms, into difference of the two terms divided by 4. X plus y into x minus y by 4. X square minus y square by 4. Lovely. Find the perpendicular distance between the two lines given by the equation 5x plus 12y minus 9, 16. Lovely. Ax1 plus by1 plus c1 plus c2. So 7 by square root of 5 square plus 12 square. 7 by 13. Might this question be this easy? 5x plus 12 by ax1 plus by1 plus c, ax1 plus by1 plus d. Modulus of c minus d by square root of a square plus b square. 5 square plus 12 square is 13. 13 square. So 7 by 13. It works. 40. M is 40 per 50 per 60 per 70. N is 9. What is the remainder when M is divided by N? Lovely. 40 per 50 per 60 per 70. So I'm going to shift the screen share. Come here. So we have 40 per 50 per 60 per 70 divided by 9. 40 by 9, remainder is 4. 4 per 1, remainder is 4. 4 square, remainder is 7. 4 cube, 7 into 4, 28, 1. 4 per 4, 4. So it goes as 471, 471, 471. And so 50 per 60 per 70 divided by 3, we need to find the remainder. 50 by 3, remainder is 2. 2 per 1, remainder is 2. 2 square, remainder is 1. 2 cube, remainder is 2. 2 per 4, remainder is 1. This goes as 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 2 per an even number is 1. 50 per even number. remainder is 1. So this number, this whole number by 3, remainder is 1. So this is 140 power 3k plus 1 divided by 9. 3k plus 1 divided by 9, remainder should be 4. Lovely. So we'll mark 4 after doing a screen share, which is a nightmare, and I hate this. Here. Okay. The average of n consecutive natural numbers starting with a is 29. Average of n natural numbers starting with 2a plus 29 will be n consecutive natural numbers starting with a is 29. So let us do this. Very interesting question. N consecutive natural numbers, average is 29. So it could be 28, 29, 30. N is 3. N is 5. It will be 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Am I sharing the right screen? Yes, thankfully. N is 7. We have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Fine. Look at this question. Average of n natural numbers starting with 2a plus 29. A is starting with A is 28. 2a plus 29. 28 plus 29%, 87, 86, 87, 88. 2a plus 27, 29 is this. Average of n natural numbers, 5 of them starting with 2a plus 27. 54 plus 29 is 83. 82a is 27. 54 plus 29 is 83. 28, 56. This is 85, 86, 87. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. 2a plus 27, 52 plus 29 is 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. So 2a plus 29 is 56 plus 29, 85, 85, 86, 87. Or 54 plus 29, 83, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. So here the average would be 86. Here the average would be 85. Here the average would be 84. Average keeps changing, which is weird. The question looks like the average won't change. Average of n natural numbers starting with 2a plus 29. A 29 ending with 58 minus a. N is 58 minus a minus a. N equals 59 minus 2a. Two a plus 29. So this goes up by a plus 29. Zero, that depends on a. Wonderful, tricky question. Oops, let me, I think I've shared the wrong screen. Let the ratio of male population to female population be 3:4 in the first year, and the second year be 4:5. Their population grows at a uniform rate Then find the ratio of male population to female population in the third year. Wonderful, beautiful question. 3:4 and 4:5. So year 1, year 2, male, female, 3x, 4x, 4y, 5y. This has gone up by 4 by 3 times y by x. This has gone up by 5 by 4 times y by x. So let me just see what screen I'm sharing before we go any further. So year 3, male population will be 4y into 4 by 3 times y by x. Female population will be 5y into 5 by 4 times y by x. Ratio would be 4 into 4, 16 by 3 is to 25 by 4. 64 is to 75. Hopefully we'll have a choice which is 64 is to 75. Then we are good to go. Wonderful. Male to female, 3:4, 4:5, 64 to 75. Good. 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4 fours, 8, 8, and so on. Find the 578th term. Let's do this. 578th term. 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 4. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Add all of them up. This will add up to 255. And 128 later, we are at 255. 255th term is 128. We need to find which term? 578th term. So we'll go to 256, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256. Adding all of this is 511. The 511th term is 256. 512th term is 512. And that will go on forever. So from the 4th term, 4 start. From the 8th term, 8 start. From the 512th term, 512 will start. Brilliant. So this will be 512. I don't know whether I'm missing some freebies right at the end. How many acute angle triangles with integral sides are possible if two sides are 7 and 11? Oh, this is a freebie. I'm going to nail this. 7 and 11. 7 square is 49. 11 square is 4. 7 square plus x square greater than 11 square. 49 plus x square greater than 121. X square is greater than 22 plus 50 is 72, or x is greater than 8. X could be 9, 10, or 11. Another way, 7 square plus 11 square is greater than x square, or x square is less than 121 plus 49. X square is less than 170. Could be 13, 12. Could be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7, 8, 11. 49 plus 64, 121 is obtuse. 7, 8, 14 is also obtuse. 7, 8, 13. Sorry, 7, 11, 14 is obtuse. 7, 11, 13 works. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Brilliant. So 5 different values. On a biased dice, every odd number appears 4 times as the frequency of every even number. The dice is rolled 3 times. What is the probability that some of those appeared? 17 or more. Odd number, 4 times the frequency. So 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. So I'm going to write this down. So 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Each of this has a frequency of 1, 1, 1. This has a frequency of 4, 4, 4. I'm going to assume 12 plus 3, 15. In each row, this can appear 4 by 15 times, can appear 1 by 15 times. We need 17 or more. Could be 18 or 17. We're putting Price. 18 will be 666. 17 would be 665 or 565 or 566 or 656. This is 1 by 15 the whole cube. This is 3 times 1 by 15 square into 4 by 15. This plus this 1 by 15 cube into 1 plus 3 into 4, 12. So 13 by 15 cube. Hopefully there is a choice which has 13 in the numerator. We can just mark it. 13 by 15 cube, not 13 by 5 cube. 13 by 3375. 3375 should be 15 cube. I'm too tired to check that out now. The loss on selling an article of rupees 950 is 25% more than profit on selling the same article. At 1040, different is 90. 25% more is 1.25. 5 is to 4. 90 broken is 50 and 40. So cost price is 1000. Find the profit percentage if it is sold at 1100. 10%. Lovely. I like these questions. Find the number of integer solutions. The equation 4x minus 7y is 35. If x lies between minus 50 and 50. 4x minus 7y is 35. Minus 4x minus 7y is 35. 4x minus 7y equals 35. Minus 50 less than x less than 50. That means all of these questions hinge on finding one solution. And put x's. I want it to be more than 35. So 4x is 35 plus 7y. We put y as 1, that's 42, doesn't work. 49 doesn't work. 56 works. So y equal to 3 gives us x equal to 14. And then x will go in steps of 7, y will go in steps of 4. Increase y by 4, x will have to increase by 7. 4 into 21 minus 7 into 7. 84 minus 49 will work. So 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 7, 0, minus 7, minus 14, all the way to minus 49. 7 values here, 7 values here, 15 totally. Lovely, lovely, lovely. This is also working out well. The answer 15 totally. Five minutes to go. Real again, not happy. Find the average of the following series. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 plus 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 plus 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 all the way to 11 into 12 into 13 into 14. Product of 4 numbers, 4 consecutive numbers is plus 1 is 5 square. 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 plus 1 is 11 square. Right, so lovely. We can think about the squares and simplify this. So once again, I'm going to toggle the screen. Let's see how many terms are there. We go all the way till 11 terms here. We'll divide by 11. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 is 5 square minus 1. 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 is 11 square minus 1. 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 is 19 square minus 1. 4 into 5 into 6 into 7 is 29 square minus 1. 5 into 6 square, 6 into 7 square minus 1. Each of these terms will have a minus 1. We're dealing with 2 into 3 square, 3 into 4, 2 into 3 minus 1, 3 into 4 minus 1. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. Maybe I can't do this. This is really tough. So we'll go all the way to 6 into 7. Not 6 into 7 minus 1 the whole square. No, not happening. Let's jump out and see if there is a simpler question. There is something missing here that I'm missing. Price of distilled diesel is increased from 60 per liter to 70 per liter. How much? This I like. Should the consumption be reduced by Ravi? By how much percent should reduce by Ravi to increase its expenditure by only 5%? Price goes from 60 to 70. price into N is budget, is PN. 60 into N is 60N. 70 into what is 60N into 19 by 20, 57N. Or this number, K, is 57N by 70. This budget goes up or comes down. Increases expenditure, so it would be 63N by 70 or 0.9N or 10%. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oops, I've left 2 questions. I need to figure out maybe this or this. 63. Let's try this. Have I not toggled my screen? I have not. A Spice Airline, that one I'm not going to get. Maybe this we'll try. A Spice Airline is free. I get in certain kg if there's, and if there's extra luggage, it's charged at constant rate per kg. Total luggage by M and S is 1050 and carried twice the luggage than they actually did. It'll be 2400 and 900 respectively. Lovely. 1050, 24900. Let's do this. 1050, 1050, XS1, XS2, 2400 and 900. This is M and N. So M minus K gives us an N minus K, 2M minus K, 2N minus K. M plus N minus 2K gives us 1050. 2M plus 2N K is the free allowance. They're carrying twice as much luggage. I'm not going to get this one, am I? Let's go from choices. He paid 750, he paid 300. Free allowance. No, I can see it dwindling in front of my eyes. I think I'm tired. Total luggage paid is 1050. So let's say they carry M and N. M minus K and N minus K adds up to this. 2M minus K plus 2N minus K. K being the free allowance. 2M minus K should be 2400. 2N minus K should be 900. Nope, I'm not getting this and I'm not taking a chance with this. Lovely. It's asking me to sign in. I'm going to stop share because I think it asked me for my password again. Sorry guys, I don't even know what the status is. I've stopped sharing. I'm going to go back to that screen. Give me a couple of minutes. There's some chat also which is coming. Wonderful. I'm going to go back to my YouTube screen and see if some things are, at least some things are running fine. I think we're still on a lag. So I'm just going to submit it. When I'm trying to submit it, it asks me for a username and password. So you'll have to bear with me. I will again share the screen and tell you how the score went and all that. But before that, I will submit the screen. My gut feel is my gut feel is verbal was all right. Quant was all right, but the DILR was a complete nightmare. So mock at 13. How do I don't know. I didn't figure out how to check out the score. Your submissions. How do I do this? 16 to 14 are all available. How do I check out my 13? This is why. Cat mocks. Hello, guys. Those of you who are on the Zoom call with me, is there a way
Yeah,
to check out the scores?
yeah. You can go to the right mock section, and there you can select the cat mock analysis section.
Cat mock analysis section. I didn't click that. Cat mock analysis. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
Mock cat 13. Okay. Okay.
view
I'm gonna click
analysis.
on view analysis.
Yeah,
Wonderful. So I'm going to share my screen again. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Go to share screen, view mock analysis. As expected, my VRC was all right. Quant was also all right, but DILR was a complete nightmare. That volleyball, basketball, tennis question killed me. I'm going to blame it on the fact that the sharing was a pain. I simply could not navigate with my digital pen. So lovely. I'm going to. This is a broad mock analysis. Overall, is VRC is fine. I would have expected. I just want to see my error rate, how much I got right, how much I got wrong. Let's see accuracy. Incorrect responses is 8, but only 2 were non-theta, so I'm happy with that. I don't mind any theta going wrong. I did take a bunch of shots at it. In DILR, I got completely murdered because I not only did I attempt too few questions, I appear to have got a few wrong as well. So number of incorrect responses. So I attempted only 7 and I got 3 of them wrong. So no wonder my DILR score completely tanked. I think I ended up selecting the wrong question. The first one might have been very doable if I just been methodical. 4 plus 4, 8 I could have done. I feel like I could have scrambled and got the first one if I'd planned a little better. Quant went overall well. I think DILR, the screen share thing completely killed me. And copying that table completely killed me. If I'd been given that table and a pen and paper, I would have been very happy. To keep toggling and doing that, that killed me. I would love to see the DILR solution at some point of time, but probably not now. So something that I've got wrong. I want to see questions analysis. Yeah, not VRC. I want to see DILR. Yeah, since 24, 25, 26, 27. I want to see the ones that I attempted. How do I find that? Okay, this is question wise. Okay. Ooh, solutions for DILR. I would like to see what just goes as a screen. Okay, this was fine. This was fine. I think I skipped this one. Okay, this is the one where I've got a bunch of questions wrong. I don't know how to see the solution. Maybe we'll come back to that.
you can click on answer key or solution right at the right side below the question.
Sorry,
Right below the question. Right below the question on the right side, you can see an answer key
Oh,
slash
wonderful.
solution.
I will do that. I will do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this one, I think, what did I miss? So 1, 2, 4 with 2 cuts, we get 5 groups. 1, 1, 3, 6, 12. Okay, we can get a maximum of 3 pieces. Okay, 3 groups. So 1, 2, 4. Okay. So with just 6 cuts, 895 is possible. Because I seem to have made some other error. I don't have the heart to go through the solutions entirely now. So I'm going to stop share and go back to the YouTube channel and then see if we can do some questions. Lovely paper. I thought the VRC was tough, but the DILR was tougher still. So I'm going to looking to navigate to my YouTube screen. So any questions? Ping. It was a good time to just discuss. So DLR was a complete nightmare. I think I got a couple of questions wrong, and 3 questions wrong. I think I should have got those right. And the first set was the easy doable set, and I completely messed that up. I really struggled with it. So
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
yeah, go ahead.
I was there the whole time while you were going through the uh, DILR section,
Yeah,
especially. When you get stuck at a particular question in within the set,
yeah,
like you got the very first question of the volleyball tennis set very easily, but
yeah.
then from the second question, third question, and fourth question, after you read that, you realize that you will probably have to make the form the entire data.
Correct.
You had a choice to leave that set there and probably choose another. You had probably 8 to 10 minutes more.
Correct.
uh,
No,
so
I had seen the subsequent set, one of the two sets, and I knew that I was not getting that. So I had to take a gamble. I was reasonably confident that the set that I was trying uh, was my best chance. In the sense that I thought I would complete it and give it a go. It turned out that didn't work quite well.
right. So then in QA, say you have a very good speed that obviously comes from all the expertise and experience you have also. Uh, what if I am an average student? If I am an average student and I have the ability to only say attempt, I don't have the ability to read all 24, 25 questions in 40 minutes.
Correct.
You understand where I come from, right?
Yeah. So
So in some of the questions I saw you took your own sweet time. Would you suggest that to the students in general?
I had one eye on the timer, and I knew I was doing okay with timing. So the more time pressure is there, the more happily we should leave. I had a feeling that I would end up till question number 19, 20, 21 out of 23 or 22. So I knew that at my current speed, I would leave the last two questions or struggle with the last 2, 3 questions. So therefore, I don't want to amp up my speed or start leaving. But at any speed you feel like you're going to reach only till question number 16, then you should start skipping more aggressively. Now, when I'm seeing that ugly functions question that I know is time consuming, I'm happier doing it because I know I'm slightly ahead on time and I'll get a couple of percentage profit where I can ramp up speed. And I'm happy to try that now than come back later. Because out of 23, so I'm doing a question for 2 minutes. If I'm averaging that speed, then I don't leave the slightly tricky questions. But the tougher the paper is, the more happier you should leave.
Right. So would you suggest me to go to the exam with a mindset that if I am not getting it, nobody is getting it?
Definitely. So the last lap is about belief and feel good. So you've got to say, look, I know my game. I'll try to optimize and maximize what I am about, and whatever works. You can't go in kind of questioning or carrying layers of self-doubt into the exam. That becomes a nightmare. So you have to say, if this is tough for everybody.
Right.
No doubt about it. Absolutely
Yeah.
no doubt about it.
So this particular mock, this had only what 23, 24 or 23 questions in VARC.
Correct.
So there were 4 passages and 4 passages. Two of them were lengthy and 2 of them were moderate in length. And there were 7 questions of verbal ability, right? Say cat throws us a paper in which say there are 4 mocks all equally lengthy, 4 RCs all equally lengthy, and say 7 to 8 verbal ability questions.
Correct.
Would you suggest the student or to go ahead with a verbal ability question over an RC?
No, my preference is always for RC. I'll tell you why. Because one, they're not theta. And two, I'm not confident. If you look at the para jumble questions that were there, I hung in there and I spent some time, but I was not confident marking any of those 4-1-5-3-2, 4-3-5-2-1, none of those. The sentence elimination is slightly better. Para summary is slightly better. But I thought para jumble would be easier than sentence elimination. Probably got that wrong. I'm not confident marking the answer choices. So the thetas are, to me, predominantly hit or miss. Whereas my RC, I don't want to start it late. Suddenly, if I start doing well timer wise and I leave a few questions and I'm doing para jumble and I leave them, and then I finally have 5 minutes left because I've done well on time and I still have 1 passage to go, I'm dead. It'll be like me trying the DILR puzzle with 8 minutes to go. You're not going to get it right. You'll barely read the passage. You're dead in the water. So I think the percentage approach would be to definitely do reading comprehension first, especially with a shorter paper. At one point of time, you'll reach a point where you cannot read RC anymore. Then you dump it and go to parajumble. You might have finished all RCs by then, or you might be leaving one RC passage or two. At the point where there's not enough time for RC is when I would shift to the simpler ones, not before that.
Right. Ideal time for solving an RC?
See, the level of difficulty is going to be like this. If it's a four question passage, and we're going to see 4 passages for 16 questions, then I would say 8 to 9 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes, you're good. So my time limit for 40 minutes on the VARC section, suppose we get 24 questions or 23 questions, 16, 17 from RC and the 7 remaining. The 7 remaining, 7 questions, the lottery. So 32 minutes, 33 minutes remaining for RCs. 8 minutes per passage, I'm happy to do. If I get everything right or most right, my VRC performance pretty much directly linked to how accurate my RC performance is. So if I'm accurate in RC, I get a great score. If I'm dicey about RC accuracy, then my score tanks. It's not that reliant on theta.
Most often parajumbles have what? 120 possible answers, 5 factorial arrangements.
So
the chance of you getting it correct,
I don't feel good
really
marking the choice. At some point of time, I'm just punting.
Right. So every theta I saw you attempted, you took a chance at every theta, but I saw you were very, very meticulous when it came to attempting a question with options without being 100% sure about that question.
Correct. I'm paranoid about error rate. I'm very anal about accuracy. I think like the extra 30 seconds you spend in rechecking an answer is worth its weight in gold. So you're going to check and verify for another 30 seconds, convince yourself that's worth a lot. So no rushing in the last step. I feel like it is A. Let me just check out B and C one more time. That's all right. You've already spent time reading the passage, verifying it. Why do you want to plonk a chance in the last lap? So hang in there and do that. Whereas for theta, I don't care. Which is why in VRC, for me, theta is very much second class citizen. I don't care about theta. I hate theta. So if I get 16 questions from RC, 3 from para summary, I'll do 16 in RC, 3 in para summary, and then try for the last 5. The last 5, I feel good about 3. It's a brilliant VRC. Otherwise, it's not.
Yes. What according to you, there's a question from one of the students. What according to you would be a good score, a decent score in the mock that you took today? Mock 13.
This was really tough. In mock 13, I thought I'm not the great in DILR, so I'm not, and I could have probably got 7 or 8, right? But the DILR questions were not easy. The one set that I thought was easy and up my alley was not. So the 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 parts of 2 thing was not that easy. I actually thought it was going to be easy, and I thought I had that in the bag. Turns out I did not have it in the bag. So DILR was tough. I would say that the guys who have top of their game were doing really well, get lucky, will answer 10. I don't think people are going to answer 16, 17 in this. So DILR straight away kills the overall score. You get 6, 7 right, you're on a great score. That's only 18, 21 marks.
Yeah, probably a tough mock from the DILR perspective, because when you shared that analysis screen at a score of 12 marks, you still had 77 odd percentile.
Correct.
Right.
So it was a complete nightmare score-wise. So if you had got 7 right in DILR, it would probably cross 94, 95, and it would have been a good score, brilliant score. Because it was tough. DILR also goes in chunks. You wind your head around one set, and it doesn't go anywhere. It is more pressure. So in a 40-minute section, DILR is the max pressure thing. So it's DILR was properly tough, like borderline insanely tough. The other 2 were doable. I thought VRC, the theta was tough. One passage was tough and theta was tough. I was not confident of any parajumbles. In actual CAT, I've happily marked parajumble. I felt that this is the answer and marked it because it's as it is, there are 120 possibilities. And so 5 factorial. So because of that, the parajumbles turn out to be slightly easier than this paper, or much easier than this paper. So VARC, I thought RC was good, but parajumbles and theta were tougher. So if you ask me based on this, how would CAT shape up vis-a-vis this paper? RC 20% simpler, DILR twice as simple, Quant was pretty much all right.
But quant was fine.
Quant was fine.
Right.
So a great score in quant would have been like 20 right, 21 right, not much wrong. So 63 marks. In the ARC would have been 16, 17 right, not much wrong, giving you 50 marks. These are the big scoring section, 60 plus 50, get 110. And then maybe another 20 marks in DLR because that's all you can get in that paper. So 130 would have been fantastic. I don't know what I got, but 130 would have been a fantastic score. Fantastic. We'll be flirting with 99th percentile in each section. And that's not easy.
One of our students, Rahul, is asking, how does one ensure to get to work at maximum efficiency on the D-Day?
Take copious rest. Take lots of rest. Make sure that you have tons of sleep before. It doesn't happen because usually the issue is you're thinking about the exam, you get less sleep and all that. Amp up the feel good factor. Eat well, sleep well, drink plenty of water. Go in, coax yourself, push yourself to carry loads of belief. On the day, you got to say, okay, hey, I'm king of this county. I'm nailing this. So you've got to go in with that belief. So amp up belief, amp up feel good. Your syllabus, portions, all of that won't matter how much you've completed, how many mocks you have done, what percentile was there, what is your last score, how well did you do in your last 3 mocks. None of that will matter. And so feel good, be as well rested as possible. Carry the belief that adrenaline will play a role. You amp up adrenaline, you're good in with a shot.
That reminds me of my BTech days. So I had a fluid mechanics professor who used to tell me that, boss, if you don't sleep for 8 hours before the exam of fluid mechanics, you're going to flunk in it.
So you need to have your energy levels up and the feel good factor up. Everything else is secondary. You need to be as calm as possible and let adrenaline do its job and feel good about yourself. Carry that belief, and then lage to good, nahi lage to fir bhi theek hai. There are plenty of other things to do.
In DILR, there are sets that you can choose. In RCs, among RCs, do you choose?
I don't really blanker choose RC passages. My thing is, I think I spent RC is tough to gauge. I go step by step. I have reasonable reading speed. So in CAT, I generally don't scramble for speed in the RC section. And I know that I don't like data. So if there's a 23 question section, for me, the first 16 are relevant. The remaining 7 are okay. If it's a very tough paper and I'm doing only the 16, I'm happy because the theta 5 questions, I don't care anyway.
I saw that. Even when you shifted to verbal logic, you shifted to summary first because that will have options.
Correct. So for me, theta comes at the end because I can just take a chance and I don't care much. And I'm not happy marking the answer choice. So it's RC, MCQ, non-RC, then non-MCQ. Therefore, I'm not scrambling for speed while reading. So I'm looking to attempt almost all RC passages even when I'm going in. Therefore, I don't pick and choose.
So I think we have
RC is marked so confidently. I was not marking them confidently. I can tell you that I was worried about what I was speaking that, look, I'm not happy with this answer. I'm not sure about this. So I was not sure about many chunks in the answers. Is it a good idea to give mocks daily? No, it's too tiring. So you need another day I would want to go through this paper, and I'm not in a place to go through the paper right now. And right now I might be in denial, in the sense that I won't evaluate it clearly. If I see the paper now, I'll look at every mistake I've made and say, silly mistake, I'd have got this right. And that'll happen in every exam. It'll happen in the actual CAT as well. So you probably need to give some time before analyzing it, but go through the solutions and checking it out. So if you do a 2-hour mock, it's going to be a 3-hour analysis. So you do that in a day, the next day you're going to be drained out. Should I just revise or should I give more mocks? Mocks, part of revision. Take mocks, whatever the mocks tell you, wherever the gap areas are, fill them. Will you be doing a mock again live? I'm hoping to do one more, and hopefully by that time we'll crack this Zoom thing. It drove me.
I think did you try to annotate on that screen?
I did, and it didn't work. Scribbling on the
Annotation
main
didn't work.
screen. I didn't try. Okay, I should have gone to Zoom, put
Zoom
annotate, and
annotate.
uh,
Yeah, I wanted to interrupt you, but I thought,
okay. Maybe I should have tried that. At least for quant, it would have been a breeze. I would have just seen plenty of space. Life would have been very simple. Quant only drove me mad because half the time I'm slightly worried whether I'm sharing the right screen. Otherwise, I'd have been seeing the question and I'm solving on a PowerPoint. So was, part of my brain was worried about what screen I'm sharing. It was a nightmare. Next time we'll crack this.
yeah,
I'm going to blame that on the performer. I would have definitely got more marks otherwise.
yeah, that's obvious, isn't it?
Well done. Good one. We will hopefully do one more. We'll shoot to do one more maybe next Wednesday or something. I'll speak with Ravi and the rest of the team at CL. The mock is fun, so we will see if we can squeeze in at least one more.
I think we have taken almost all the questions from the students. It was great fun having you on board. Especially there are a couple of key takeaways. Even for me, I have been taking TAT for 4-5 years now, but I saw how you were meticulous about marking an option. I still have that kind of tendency that अच्छा B or C लग रहा है, चलो यार B mark करके आ जाते हैं, kind of things. But I think you were very meticulous about that, and that is one key takeaway for me. And it was great watching you taking the mock. Thanks a lot for coming on this platform.
Thank you so much.
Most probably we'll collaborate again next week. I'm hoping and looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Many thanks, guys, for hanging in there and listening to me ramble on for 2 hours. Best wishes for your exam. Stay as relaxed and as eat well, sleep well, be healthy, do all the simple things well in the last lap, and go in with a lot of belief. It should fall in place. Best wishes, guys. Hopefully we'll catch up, say, a week from now.
All the best, everyone. Thank you again.